This is for you, Gemini. Get ready for the annular solar eclipse that's occurring on the 1st of the month, as well as another penumbral lunar eclipse that's going to occur on the 16th of the month. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. If you'd like to contact me, you can visit www.readingsbyrosemary.com. That's the website, where we provide you with quite a lot of information on our spiritual consultations, our psychic astrology, Rosicrucian Kabbalah, as well as our various classes and our various upcoming seminars. We are currently doing seminars in healing, wings of light, and a lot of classes in Merkaba and other forms of ceremonial magic techniques. Now, the annular solar eclipse is not going to be an event that completely envelops the disk of the sun. These kind of eclipses aren't total. This current one occurs in the sign of Virgo the Virgin, and that's going to give it the divine tone of I analyze that's associated with the sign of Virgo. Now, during this, the annular solar eclipse is during a new moon, okay? And that's going to serve to accentuate the current fact that the North Node is in Virgo. So this is going to be a lot going on with the logical, analytical part of the brain, and with the moon in apogee having the result of causing sort of an emotional distancing, or a distancing of your right brain, innovative, artistic abilities. And those artistic abilities are in a resting state right now. It's not really gone for good, and that's just for now. Later, when some of these aspects lessen the amount of activity in Virgo, because in September that's a lot of Virgo birthday activity too, with the sun being in Virgo for a portion of the month of September. Understand that this will pique your logical mind. It'll make you more intelligent and more able to be good at analyzing situations objectively and not so subjective, because artistic endeavors take more of a subjective point of view. So in months to come, some of the artistic abilities will come back, and some of the more logical aspects will be dimmed, but not completely, because we're still going to have a lot of things in Virgo. Just understand that has a lot to do with someone's kind of dharma, which kind of a life purpose. That's the North Node. Now, the moon, the sun, and the earth will be completely aligned during this event. The penumbral lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces, and that's where the South Node is currently residing as well. And that's Pisces the fish, and that has a divine tone of I believe during a full moon, and that's going to cast a diffuse shadow upon the moon. And although this is not as intense as like when a bite is taken out of the moon, as seen during a partial eclipse, a partial lunar eclipse, or give off the melodramatic effect of causing the moon to appear like it's been dipped in blood. This is during a full moon. It's seen during a total lunar eclipse in a full moon. Still, even though it's not going to be melodramatic, still there will be the effect of stealthy seeds sure to bloom later, although most likely not probably in the manner in which the engineer of such seeds had in mind. Now, rounding off the month is a second new moon on the 30th in the sign of Libra, the scales, which occurs for those using Eastern Daylight Time, while sky watchers utilizing Greenwich Mean Time must wait for the 1st of next month for that particular lunar phase. So just understand, if you're using Greenwich Mean Time, there won't be a second new moon this month. Now, Gemini, your ruling planet of Mercury transits retrograde while traveling to the sign of Virgo from the 1st to the 21st of the month. So your daily routines will be nostalgic, bringing a yearning for long forgotten times when you thought that you were more proficient in the art of manifestation. Causing reality to conform to will is what magic and miracles come from. This retrograde transit of the messenger of God, who is Mercury, through Virgo affects everyone in their natural 6th house of disciplines and health routines, but it influences you specifically in your 4th house of home, kitchen, and family. So you'll be stringent in your attempts to make your home regimented, tidy, and efficient, workable machine with everyone doing their part. Now, this is, again, the 6th house. It's the natural 6th house is the sign of Virgo. So just understand now, Mercury exalts in Virgo and is transiting Virgo. Gemini will feel this effect because you share your ruling planet with the Virgin, you being the daytime realm and Virgo the nighttime abode of the planet Mercury. So just understand that this is how this is going to affect you. Now Mercury turns direct, still traveling to the sign of Virgo on the 22nd. And that's from the 22nd till the end of the month. And that's going to influence the twins in your 4th house. So although Virgo is everyone's natural 6th house, this is specifically your 4th house. That's the natural 4th house. For a person individually, you can get even more specific by adding the other parts of their astrology chart, their time and where they're located and all of that, and all the other intricacies that go along with the individual chart. And that doesn't negate the other more generalized attributes. It simply adds to it even more and more precision. It's kind of fleshing out the entirety of your personality and what has happened to you, what will happen to you. So that's how this works. So again, this is some general, but there's also some specifics here. Now again, it's going to affect you in your 4th house. So keep in mind that everyone, including you, again, will be affected in the 6th house. That's the natural 6th house. Now, again, you can contact us at www.readingsbyrosemary.com if you want more, something specific to you individually, or someone, you know, like a child or a parent or someone that you want to make sure that you do what's proper for them. Now, because Mercury is going direct, that's on the 22nd, still you will it'll change your experience from the retrograde aspect to more communication and a better understanding of how to make things work at home and with your family, as well as sort of their dietary routines, their activities, all the things that really make up your daily routines. Now, the planetary angel Raphael is assigned to the planet Mercury in Kabbalah. This is from the Zohar. The first day of the creation is the synthesis of all the other days. For as there is really no separate fractional moment in time, they only form part of the whole. It is written, God said, let there be light, meaning angelic beings who are emanations from the light on high that shines forth on the world below. And we're created on the first day, and were created on the first day and took up their position on the right hand of the Holy One. Again, that's from the Zohar. Now, the fact, this is also from the Zohar, the fact that is that the angel Raphael, who is appointed to heal the earth of its evil and affliction and the maladies of mankind, was created on the 2nd day. Again, that's from the Zohar. Now, Mercury is known as the attribute of God, the winged messenger, found in Acts 14:12, and they called Barnabas Jupiter, but Paul Mercury, because he was chief speaker. We have an Enochian angel prediction, especially for you at the end of this video, so stay right here, don't go anywhere. Now let's see how your ruling planet of Mercury affects you this month, Gemini. Your air guardian archangel Raphael speaks to you from your Gemini astrology archangel, who is Umbriel. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Gemini zodiac angel Umbriel, who resides over the twins' mutable air, and here are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, Umbriel's love, rapture, and romance transmission. Expect a significant message from a woman born under the sign of Scorpio to point the way towards a better understanding of your emotional and romantic life this month. She'll give you confidence because she marches in where angels fear to tread. To quote E.M. Foster, these challenges, though, might come up in your love issues, and due to your destiny numbers, it's going to be because of the numerology this month. Now, we have enchantments that fix that sort of thing, so give us a call at the Astrology Angel and ask us for a fix-it kit. Now, if you don't know how to romance someone that you have your sights set on for marriage, you should consult the Song of Solomon. That's chapter 2, verses 4 to 5. He brought me into the cellar of wine. He sat in order charity in me. Stay me up with flowers. Compass me about with apples, because I languish with love. If you don't know how to romance someone that you have your sights set on for marriage, you should consult Song of Solomon. This is the book that will, the Song of Solomon, the scripture that will definitely help you with your love issues. Now, a man born under the sign of Capricorn is going to affect you regarding Umbriel's money and wealth transmission, so be on the lookout for that. That's a Capricorn man, and he's going to factor importantly into your life this month. He will help you to find out ways that you can kind of win at games of chance and make profit. Lots of winnings and profits. Some maybe that are games of chance that are more frivolous, and some that are more akin to an investment that's more high risk. Money is a spirit, and that's very important, and you must align yourself to the frequency of that spirit if you want money to feel comfortable with you. Money doesn't really like to be put into the prison of thrifty spending. Rather, she prefers to have fun and find adventure. So understand that about the spirit of money, and you'll do much better this month. My paternal grandfather used to tell me to give to the poor in all modesty without fanfare. Consider Matthew 6:2. Therefore, when thou dost an alms seed, sound not a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may be honored by men. Amen, I say to you, they have received their reward. Nevertheless, my grandpa used to say that when we tithe to God, this should be done with a generous spirit. Let us look at Matthew 23:23. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because you tithe mint and anise and cumin, and have left the weightier things of the law, judgment and mercy and faith. These things you ought to have done, and not to leave those undone. Now, for Umbriel's health and fitness transmission, be on the lookout for a man born under the sign of Aquarius to help you reach your important fitness goals this month. So your significant health and fitness goals, look for an Aquarius man. He'll be easy to recognize because he'll be deliberate, and he'll be very precise with what he thinks you should do, and he'll go on and on for hours on crucial issues, investigating each and every point of view. You'll notice that he must be fair at any cost because he sees himself as a good and respectable person. He has rough and ready personality traits, strong, unruly magnetism, that's very important, and an artistic, inventive mind. He has high expectations and standards for accomplishment, but then so do you. So understand that he's going to be someone that will push himself, and he pushes others as well. But then you kind of like that because you want to be your best at all times. Now, I wouldn't really call him judgmental, but he demands precision. So understand that. Now, of course, anytime you're right on the nose, he dodges your astonishing psychic ability, however. So understand that as well. And because he feels exposed, really, at that time. And he might even feel a little bit silly when you sort of nail it with your psychic ability and your intuitive ability. He might feel very, like I said, exposed, and he might feel embarrassed. So that could cause him to be a little bit dodgy. Now, he's not really someone who feels good when he's exposed. So you don't want to push him too far when it comes to that. That doesn't really matter, though, because you just need to continue to be your perky self, and you'll find that he'll come around to your way of thinking. And it won't be so hard if you just sort of understand those aspects. Now, my maternal grandmother used to advise me in health from Scripture. We read in the book of Proverbs 16:24-25, well-ordered words are as a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. There is a way that seemeth to a man right, and the ends thereof lead to death. So what seems good to people, to humankind, leads to death. What seems good to the Almighty, with using the more sweetness of spirit, that leads to life everlasting. In Matthew 6:34, we read, "Be not therefore solicitous for tomorrow, for the morrow will be solicitous for itself. Sufficient for the day is the evil thereof." You don't have to worry about tomorrow. There's plenty of things going on today that you need to take care of. This month's Enochian angel prediction we have for you now: keep looking for your treasure in life, because a woman born under the sign of Virgo is about to make big waves in your life by showing you the way to make your dreams come true. You can't pick her out of any crowd. She's really hard to miss. She's an imposing personality. She has an imposing presence that's, quite frankly, irrefutable. You can't miss it. Some people call her bossy, especially when she points her finger at you with her scowling ways. Friends and family are lifeblood to her, and she fears abandonment. Remember that what we fear comes upon us. So look at what you dread straight in the eyes and see the good in anyone trying to scare you, because all they need is just a little tender, loving care. Because when people are dodgy, they're actually frightened themselves. Frightened of maybe being thought of as not being respected or something like that. You want to allow people their honor. That's the main thing. Be frank with people, but allow them their honor. Look them in the eyes, but allow them their honor. A disclaimer is in order here. High magic can be dangerous. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Remember to chant your divine tone of I think, or try out the higher aspect of simply meditating on the quality of thinking, and be wise, be well, be all you are meant to be, Gemini. Now for the ephemeris information, calculations for Eastern and Greenwich Mean Time, respectively. For Eastern Time, Eastern Daylight Time, the new moon on the 1st of September 2016 at 5:03 a.m. at 9 degrees Virgo, 21 minutes. That's the annular solar eclipse. The full moon on the 16th of September 2016 at 3:04 p.m. That's 24 degrees Pisces, 19 minutes. That's the penumbral lunar eclipse, 3 out of 3 lunar eclipses in 2016. The new moon is on the 30th of September 2016. It's the second new moon in September, and it's in Libra at 8 degrees Libra, 15 minutes. Now, this is only if you're using Eastern Daylight Time. That's not the case. There's not two new moons. It's different from a full moon. There's not two new moons in September if you're using Greenwich Mean Time. So the new moon for Greenwich Mean Time is on the 1st of September 2016 at 9:04 a.m. at 9 degrees Virgo, 21 minutes. The full moon for Greenwich Mean Time, it's on the 16th of September 2016 at 7:06 p.m. at 24 degrees Pisces, 20 minutes. That's a penumbral lunar eclipse. Again, that's 3 out of 3 lunar eclipses in 2016. Remember, penumbral lunar eclipses are shady. Okay, now note here again, the new moon is in Libra, and it occurs on the 1st of October 2016 for those using Greenwich Mean Time. There's not two new moons when you're considering Greenwich Mean Time. All right, thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel, and please join us again next month.
You can have anything you like, it's your fantasy.